Hello! Greetings to all the wonderful Leos out there. Here's a reading for you, for Leo's Sun, Moon and Rising signs for April 2018. As they say, April is the cruelest month, but from what I see here, I don't think it really touches you. Of course, take what resonates with you. If it doesn't resonate, check your other signs, your moon sign, your rising sign. Always check this. If the reading concerns love and all the things connected with it, you can also check out your Venus sign. And in the description below, you can find the link to the website that will show you all your signs, all your cosmogram, with all the planets and all your houses, if you know the hour you were born in. Okay, so we begin with a Page of Wands. You can see the cards are already shuffled because first I was doing the reading in my native language. So the Page of Wands, very joyful energy, energetic, ready to act, ready to discover the world and to really enjoy all the pleasures of it. Ready to engage in many things. Looking forward, taking the stuff and going into the world. When I look at her face, she's quite somber, not really, laughing and joyous and happy, as if she had some kind of second thought, whether this is the right path. Will this water embrace me, or will it let me go? Something like this. But generally, this is very fast forward moving energy, curious. As I said, ready to discover the world and ready to learn. Sometimes these are good news. And this is your point of start, your starting point. I call it the start. Then we have next step. How it unfolds. And you have Eight of Swords, as if suddenly you realized that you're not as free and not as powerful as you thought. Page of Wands, being very energetic and ready to do things, also is connected with a very youthful state of mind, like a child. A child who doesn't really know the boundaries. And here suddenly you know the boundaries, or you think you know the boundaries, because swords are always your thoughts. And this is very often a mind trap. A mind trap you go into, not even knowing what you're doing. And there's always escape from this. As you can see, this person is having her hands in her pockets. She can always untie this blindfold, take a look around, and really see where she is, and choose whatever way she wishes to choose. But somehow she wishes to have her hands in her pockets and not see things as they are, only imagining what's around. So this is a kind of attitude towards what's around me. It's not seeing things as they are. It's interpreting things in a very restrictive way. So after this burst of energy, initial burst, it unfolds into something very much restricted, bounding, but it also encourages you to see beyond this, to take off the blindfold, and as I said, look around and choose the best path. And I think you managed to do this, because as the culmination card, as I call it, you have a Page of Pentacles. And Page of Pentacles is a very earthy energy. It's earth of earth. So she's standing firmly on the ground. This page is much more imaginative and perhaps flying too high. This one, very grounded, really knowing who she is, what she has, what's around her. She's also eager to learn, but she's much more, I don't want to say restricted, but ordered. Even her hair, as you can see. They're totally free here. Here they are not. I don't know what you call it in English, this way of managing your hair. So it seems to me that you find your way from this into something more ordered. You know also that you need to learn something before you can go to the world and begin new things, because this is the beginning of new things too. This is a little Ace of Wands, as they say. So there is even if this situation seemed to you like a trap or like a prison, I think you realize that it also creates a possibility to learn something. Even if it seems, as if it's coming from above, or as if it's coming from outside of you, you still can see this situation as a profit, as a possibility, as a useful alternative, not as a restriction. Try to change your perspective, that even in this situation you can learn something about yourself and about the world. That's what I see. Additional information, this is the additional card. It can be an advice for you. You have Four of Cups. And it goes quite well with this interpretation that I was doing. This card is about being very focused on what you already have. So focused that you're not able to see something new coming around. Something very promising. If you look closely, you can see that this girl is also not seeing things. She's not having a blindfold on her eyes, as this one. But she has her hair, and she's looking down, so she's not really seeing around. So I think the advice is, don't focus on what's already known. Or be focused on this, but also give yourself time and space to look around, because there's opportunity floating around you. And if you don't see it, if you don't look in the other direction, you will miss it. It also goes well with this idea that in every situation there's something to be learned. Perhaps something very precious to be learned. Even if you feel that you're forced into this situation instead of this situation, you can still use it towards your greater good. That's what I feel. So look around. Don't be focused on negatives. Don't be focused on only on your restrictions. See opportunity even in the tough situation here. And at the bottom of the deck, we see something that is hidden from you, although it's perhaps quite obvious. And again, the Hermit, the card of inner light, the card of enlightenment. Enlightenment dependent on your attitude towards the situation. If you find yourself in the hermit state, when you're alone, in the darkness, in solitude, perhaps in the cold, you can focus on this and see only the possibility of suffering in this. But you can also use it to look within, to see the deep roots of your interpretations of reality, and to understand, why do I choose to see things the way I do? Because it's very much about choice. So not only look around, but also look within and understand why. Why do you choose to see things as restricting instead of letting you learn something new? This is uncomfortable, but very often uncomfortable situations is where you learn the most. This is your element. This is not. But perhaps outside of your element, you can learn the most. That's the message for you, dear Leo, for April 2018. Look around, learn, and be good. Be happy with what's floating around you. Take it. Grab this opportunity, dear Leo. I wish you sorry, it's early here. I wish you a wonderful month. Thank you. Bye-bye.